Hello, everyone. Welcome to Simple English Stories. Today, we have a long and exciting story called I Got Lost in Tokyo. This story will help you practice English listening, speaking, and the shadowing technique. Listen carefully, pause after each sentence, and repeat after me. Are you ready? Let's begin. My name is Emma, and this is the story of the day I got lost in Tokyo. It was my first time visiting Japan, and everything felt new, exciting, and a little scary at the same time. I had dreamed about coming to Tokyo for many years. I loved Japanese culture, food, and the beautiful city lights I always saw in pictures and movies. I arrived in Tokyo on a sunny morning. The airport was huge and very clean. People moved quickly, but everything felt calm and organized. I felt nervous, but also very excited. This was my first solo trip, and I wanted to explore the city on my own. After checking in to my hotel, I decided to go out and explore. I took my phone, my camera, and a small map from the hotel desk. I told myself, I will be careful, I won't get lost. But Tokyo is much bigger than it looks on a map. The streets were full of people, lights, and sounds. Tall buildings surrounded me. I heard announcements in Japanese, music from shops, and the sound of trains passing by. Everything felt like a movie. I walked through Shibuya, watching people cross the street in every direction. I took many photos. I smiled a lot. I felt free. After some time, I decided to take the subway. I wanted to visit a small temple I had seen online. At the station, I looked at the subway map. There were many lines, many colors, and many station names. I felt confused, but I didn't want to ask for help. I thought I could do it alone. I bought a ticket and got on the train. I sat by the window and watched the city pass by. I listened to the announcements, but I did not understand them well. After some time, I realized something was wrong. The station names did not match my map. I got off the train and looked around. The station was quiet. There were fewer people. I checked my phone. There was no internet connection. My heart started to beat faster. I told myself to stay calm. I walked up the stairs and went outside. The streets looked unfamiliar. No tall buildings, no bright lights, just small shops and narrow roads. That was the moment I realized I was lost. I stood still for a few seconds, not knowing what to do. I felt scared and embarrassed. I was in a foreign country, alone, and I could not speak Japanese well. I thought about going back to the station, but I didn't know which train to take. I decided to walk and look for help. I passed a small bakery. The smell of fresh bread filled the air. I passed a quiet park where children were playing. Everything felt peaceful, but inside I felt panic. After walking for 10 minutes, my feet started to hurt. I sat on a bench and took a deep breath. I told myself, it's okay, you will find a way. Then something unexpected happened. A young man walked past me and stopped. He looked at me and smiled gently. "Are you okay?" he asked in English. I felt relief wash over me. "Yes," I said quickly. "Well, I think I'm lost." He laughed softly, not in a rude way, but kindly. "Tokyo is easy to get lost in," he said. "My name is Ken." I introduced myself. I told him my story. He listened carefully and nodded. He did not rush me. Ken checked my map and my phone. He said, "There is a station nearby. I can walk with you if you want." I felt grateful and safe. We walked together through the streets. He told me about the neighborhood. He explained things slowly so I could understand. As we walked, I felt my fear disappear. We talked about travel, food, and life. He told me he worked at a small design company. I told him about my job and why I loved traveling. When we reached the station, he helped me buy the right ticket. He showed me which train to take and where to get off. Before leaving, he smiled and said, "Sometimes getting lost leads you to the right place." I thanked him many times. When the train doors closed, I waved goodbye. I felt warm inside. Later that night, back in my hotel room, I thought about the day. I had been scared, confused, and lost, but I had also met someone kind, someone who helped without expecting anything. The next day, I explored Tokyo again, but this time more carefully. I paid attention to signs. I asked for help when I needed it. I felt more confident. On my last day in Tokyo, I returned to the same neighborhood where I had gotten lost. I walked slowly, smiling at the memories. I passed the bakery, I passed the park, and then, by chance, I saw Ken again. He was surprised. I was surprised. We laughed. We went for coffee together. We talked for hours. Time passed quickly. When it was time for me to leave Japan, I felt emotional. Tokyo had scared me, challenged me, and taught me something important. Getting lost was not the end. It was the beginning of a new experience. Now, when I think about Tokyo, I don't think about fear. I think about kindness. I think about connection. And I think about the day I got lost and found confidence. Sometimes you don't need a map to find your way. Sometimes you just need to trust the journey. Now it's your turn. Listen again. Pause after each sentence and repeat after me. Copy the tone, speed, and emotion. This is the shadowing technique. It will help you improve your English listening, speaking, and pronunciation. Thank you for listening. See you in the next Simple English Stories video.